Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we're going to take a look at the Banquet in a bit more detail. So this table was made by Ankit, but effectively the most important thing to get away from this is that in order to get everything everywhere, you'll need about 1700 units. Sorry, 17,000 units. 17,000 and a bit. And that will afford you all the rewards. So that is kind of like the big takeaway from this. But now I found this convenient graph on this thread. So Banquet combined the rewards excluding tier 3 alpha, tier 6 basic, and tier 5 plus 6 CC. So the more meaningful, the relevant rewards. And we can take a look at what our 17,000 units will effectively net us. Or in this case, it would be 18,000 units because he didn't include these, but you know, fine. So, 6-star Abyss next, okay, that's kind of irrelevant. 7-star Absorbing Man Kingpin Selector, awesome. 7-star Awakening Gem Crystal Shards, 20,000. So that's like 2 7-star Awakening Gem Crystals. 7-star Founders Keepers Awakening Gem, also good. Quite a few good choices there. So it's 3 Awakening Gems total. 7-star Founders Keepers Signature Stones, 100, good. 7-star Hero Crystal Shards, 100,000. 7-star Rank Up Gems 1 to 2, 1, 2 to 3, 3, 3 to 4, 1. So that's 1 rank 4 right there. 7-star Signature Stones, 100. 7-star Titan Crystal, 1. 7-star Titan Crystal Shards, 1 more of those. Banquet Crystal Selector, so those are just like more Banquet Crystals. Founders Keepers Banquet Box Key, 3. So 3 of the box keys. Jubilant Crystals, 3. So those are like the jackpot of the Banquet Crystals. Nexus 7-star Hero Crystal, 1. And then we do have some Tier 4 Alpha Catalyst times 10. We do have Tier 7 Basic Catalyst times 3. And believe it or not, a lot of people are kind of disappointed with the milestones. And realistically, the way I look at this is kind of in line and a bit better than Cyber Weekend was. Cyber Weekend, your 18,000 units, would have gotten you more rank 4, but less of everything else. Because I think for like 18,000 units, you could probably get like 3 rank 4s there, or close to it. Here, you get 2 rank 4s. So when it comes strictly to the higher level rank up materials, this is not as good as Cyber Weekend. If we don't count the Banquet Crystals themselves, but obviously we can't really account for them because we don't know what's going to be in them. But, you know, it's more than likely that the Banquet Crystals will push this to the same amount of rank of materials, but you will end up getting more in just about everywhere else in terms of like 7-star crystals, Titan crystals, some additional random rank of materials, and most importantly, this event is better for champion acquisition. And that is how I kind of feel Kabam's probably trying to go the route, where this event has more focus on champion acquisition and awakening them in the guaranteed set of rewards. And then the big mistake that I think Kabam is making, well, maybe not a mistake, but at the very least, the big source of uncertainty here is the exact contents of the Banquet Crystals. Because we do know that there's going to be the Jubilant Crystals, but we have no idea about the drop rates there. We don't have any good idea what's going to be in the superior Banquet Grace Crystals. And that leaves a lot of unknown on the table. And, you know, that is also one of the reasons why this event's kind of like looking worse than it could, or maybe it should, potentially. But I think a lot of people are quite actively debating and discussing this, but get enough units for Selector. But, you know, I personally kind of think it is still a better event than Cyber Weekend was, like unit per unit, because you will end up getting more overall stuff from these alone, let alone that these do not count in any potential rank reward gains that you might get. And also, this cannot possibly account for all the actual Banquet Crystals you end up opening. So, whilst I have to admit that these rewards by themselves are not kind of like completely mind-blowing. It's not, you know, revolutionizing the events. It's not like a complete blow out of the water every other sale that has come before type of thing based on this. it is still in line with what Kabam has been doing in terms of their sales. It is still, in my opinion, better value based on this amount already than Cyber Weekend was. And, you know, because I do believe that a lot of people had like massive set of expectations for what these rewards are going to be. But again, this is just like part of it to begin with, because it does not include the Greater Banquet crystals. And if you have 18,000 units that you basically have to utilize there, plus some of the free crystals, you're going to be opening like, what, 60, 70 of the Greater Banquet crystals. That means additional 4 of these Jubilant crystals. Again, it would help a lot if we knew exactly what's happening there, and, you know, what are the drop rates and what they're offering. Because, you know, then we could kind of extrapolate a plausible average. But unless the Banquet crystals are completely garbage, this event is gonna be like the best event to date in terms of what you get per unit, as it should, because in general every next sale should be better than the previous one, because the game's economy is moving forwards, and that's how this game has always worked. Like every July 4th is better than the previous spring cleaning, every spring cleaning is better than the previous Cyber Weekend, every Cyber Weekend is better than the previous July 4th, because again the game moves on, you know, the next progressions are coming into the game, and so on and so forth. And you know, stuff like Tier 7 Basic Catalyst is nowhere near as valuable as it was when it got launched, and that's just the cycle of the game. But so that's how I think about it. That's how I look at the sale. I can't say that this sale is completely blowing my socks off at all, without knowing the Banquet crystals and factoring in the Banquet crystal haul. At the same time, all of this is kind of in line and a bit better than, you know, the Cyber Weekend sale that we just did. Because again, these rewards themselves are slightly less when it comes to pure rank up materials, but are definitely more in, you know, shards and champion acquisition. So that's where I'm kind of sitting at it. Like, I have grinded a ton of units for this. Like, well, not a ton, I mean like a 20k, but, you know, I will be spending those 20k units on this. I will be opening the Greater Banquet crystals. I hope they are nice. And I will be grabbing all of this stuff because, again, yeah, 206 stones is a big deal to me. You know, 3 Awakening Gems will be useful as well. Obviously, I do hope to get, like, Scorpions and Nimrods and whatnot. And, you know, Titan Crystals I'll just keep saving. Which I think is a video subject in itself. The fact that so many people are kind of holding off on opening the Titan Crystals, it can't be a good thing for a game. But yeah, so effectively that's what I think of the Banquet rewards as a total sum. Let me know where you guys are at on this. I'll catch you guys soon. Bye-bye. Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information about the next